sorry, I had to get water, so we're doing this in 2 parts. Alright, so this is chapter 13, and we're gonna go and finish 15, okay? Because my throat was really hurting. Finn hadn't really wanted to pet Rocket. Sorry. Finn really wanted to pet Rocket. It could have made everything at least a little better. Finn hadn't even had a chance to tell Chess or Emma about Tyrell saying Mom was a bank robber. Mom would never do that, and even if she did, wouldn't the police have already caught her? Wouldn't they have come for Chess and Emma and Finn too? Finn was pretty sure that was how things worked. Still, Finn wouldn't have minded snuggling with Rocket and whispering into his furry ear, Tyrell says Mom robbed a bank, and Mom went to Chicago. And Chess and Emma and I have to stay with some lady we don't know. And oh yeah, some kids with our names were kidnapped, so purr, Rocket, purr. I need to hear you purr. Finn looked in his and Emma's and Chess's room, but Rocket was nowhere in sight. He saved Mom's room for last because he thought there would make him miss her even more. But Emma was right. Rocket loves sleeping on Mom's cushion window seat, especially on sunny afternoons. Finn walked into Mom's room and the blinds were drawn, so there wasn't any sunny spot on the blue cushion by the window. The whole room was dim. Someone flickered on the light behind him. It was that girl Natalie. He hadn't even heard her come upstairs. You go walking around in the dark, you'll run into something and get hurt, she said. Then my mom will get mad at me for not protecting you. I can walk around my own house without getting hurt, Finn said. He waited because he was pretty sure she was going to say, oh yeah, and then he'd have to say, yeah, what's it to you? Something about Natalie made Finn want to argue with her, and Finn didn't even like to argue. But Natalie just gave a half snort, tilted back against the wall. She kept her head down, looking at her phone. Her long brown hair slid forward, hiding her face. Good, Finn thought. I don't want her watching me pet Rocket. He didn't want her in Mom's room either, but he decided to ignore that and focus on finding Rocket. Rocket wasn't under Mom's bed. Rocket wasn't curled up in the chair where Mom piled clothes sometimes when she was too lazy to put things away. Rocket wasn't perched on the top of Mom's dresser where sometimes he acted like he was a lion or a tiger out in the jungle, waiting to pounce on his prey. Is that your cat's tail under the dresser? Natalie asked in a bored voice. Huh? Finn said, looking down. Oh yeah. Rocket's striped gray and black tail curled out from behind the dresser. Finn bent down and saw that Rocket was lying upside down, his paws swiping towards a cord plugged into the wall behind the dresser. Rocket, don't play with electrical cords, Finn said, reaching for the cat. But Rocket seemed to think Finn was playing too, and batted his paw at Finn instead. The cord caught on Rocket's claw and whipped towards Finn. Is that? Oh no, Finn said. Mom forgot her phone charger. How is she going to call and text when her phone dies? I bet she has a backup charger, Natalie said, sounding more bored than ever. Or she can buy one. No, Finn was not going to explain to Natalie that his mom's special charger with a sticker on it from each kid. Finn's was a grinning cat, Emma's a pink robot, and Chess a tiny zigzag like Harry Potter's scar. We have to mail it to her, overnight. Finn unplugged the charger and tugged on the other end of the cord, which went back under the back of the dresser. The cord did not come snaking out. It seemed to be caught inside the dresser. Finn switched to yanking on the bottom drawer. If he could move that out of the way, he could see where the cord went. The drawer slipped out and sagged towards the door. This drawer held Mom's sweaters, neatly folded and stacked. Finn tilted sideways, his eyes even with the top of the drawer so he could see the cord winding down from the back of the drawer and into the middle of the pile of sweaters. He shoved the top sweater away, and there, hidden beneath it, still attached to the cord, was something that almost made Finn's heart stop. It was Mom's phone. She left it behind, too. Chapter 14. Emma. Emma took the stairs 3 at a time, right alongside Chess. We're coming, Finn, she yelled. What's wrong? Emma and Chess were only at the top of the basement stairs, and all she could hear from Finn was, because, Mom, Mom! Emma raced through the kitchen and then sprinted through the living room to the next flight of stairs. Rocket came galloping towards them from the opposite direction, streaking down the stairs and then around the corner towards the basement. "That's not good," Emma muttered. "Cats spook easily," Chess said, and Rocket... Emma stopped listening and lunged for the stairs. She saw Finn and Natalie in the door to Mom's room. They appeared to be playing tug-of-war with Natalie's phone. Had Finn tried to take it away from her? That didn't seem like Finn. Then Finn turned the phone to the side and Emma caught a glimpse of the case. Hard plastic with a crookedly drawn heart and the words, "We love you, Mommy." The phone they were fighting over wasn't Natalie's. "You've got Mom's phone," Emma said, screeching to a halt when she reached the landing. "So Mom's home?" "No," Finn said. "She left her phone in the drawer where she never leaves it. So who put it there? Who just texted us pretending to be her?" "I tried to tell him," Natalie said breathlessly. "She's probably texting from her laptop or an iPad or something like that. Some other device. You tell him. Maybe he'll believe you. He tried to bite me." "That wasn't my teeth. That was the cat's claws," Finn said with great dignity. "You shouldn't have tried to grab the phone away from Rocket and me. Emma, Chess, what's going on?" Natalie made a sweeping gesture with her arm, the kind that clearly said, "Be my guest. You talk sense into him." I guess Mom could text from her laptop," Emma said, trying to remember that she'd ever seen Mom do that. It seemed possible, but Mom would never leave her phone behind on purpose. Chess said firmly from behind Emma. She wouldn't forget it either. Emma wanted to cheer, "Go Chess." He might have been acting like a moony and weird about Natalie down in the basement, but now it's almost like he'd sprung in front of Finn, put out his arms protectively, and shouted, "Don't you make fun of my brother. He knows what he's talking about." Chess wasn't just talking about Mom's phone. He was talking about the crooked heart and the "We love you, Mommy" on the case, too. Mom wouldn't forget that either. "Something's wrong," Emma said. She reached out and grabbed Finn by the shoulders, pulling him closer. She kept both arms around him with her face nestled against her messy hair. So now it was all the Greystone kids together facing off against Natalie. 3 against 1. Natalie held up her hands in an "I surrender" pose, but oddly she didn't lean back against the wall or mutter, "Never mind," or let her hair hide her face while she did nothing but text. She peered directly at the 3 Greystone kids with a look in her brown eyes that might have been even kindness, or pity, Emma thought. "Look," Natalie said softly, her hands still up in the air. "Usually when my mom tells some friends or acquaintances that she'll babysit her kids for a few days, no questions asked, it's because, well, sometimes parents fight. Sometimes a woman needs to go away while things cool down, so she can work things out. Cell phones have GPS. Sometimes even when you think you've disabled it, well, you haven't heard your parents fighting. Don't you see?" "Our dad is dead," Chess said flatly. "It happened 8 years ago," Emma said. "Oh, sorry," Natalie said, and Emma liked that she didn't make it all fake and dramatic. "I feel so bad for you. What a terrible thing." It was more like Natalie was sorry, but she was distracted from that by trying to figure out everything else with this new information. That was how Emma liked to deal with this information too. "Then I guess in your mom's case," Natalie went on, "it'd be a boyfriend who..." "Mom doesn't have a boyfriend," Emma said. "Are you sure?" Natalie asked. It was almost like she was taunting Emma and apologizing all at once. "Maybe she just hasn't introduced you to him. Maybe she goes out at night after you sleep." "Mom doesn't go anywhere at night but the boring room," Finn roared. "The what?" Natalie asked. "Her office," Chess said tonelessly, "in the basement." Natalie took a step back. "Okay, look," she said. "Do any of you know your mom's code to unlock the phone? I think maybe there's a way to see what other device the texting is linked to. Then at least the little guy will see that she really did send those texts, and there's nothing wrong." Or, Natalie winced, and finished in a hurried mumble, "At least there's nothing wrong that she isn't trying to fix." "I don't know any code," Finn said. Emma looked back to find Chess shaking his head silently. "Emma," Natalie said. Emma didn't say anything. Finn whimpered. All right, I know the code," Emma admitted. She glared at Natalie. "But you do not get to watch me type it in. You don't type anything on Mom's phone we can't see. I don't want you changing anything, and you just look at the texting." "Sure," Natalie said. Finn slipped the phone into Emma's hand. Emma could have sworn she felt the crooked heart against her palm, even though it was just a Sharpie drawing on a plastic and perfectly flat. Mom loves us, Emma told herself. Mom would never go off without us or her phone to link to us, without a good reason. Either Natalie's right or something weird happened and Mom's in danger, or... Emma couldn't think about the rest of the sentence. She kept one hand on Finn's shoulder and used the other to tilt the phone out of everyone else's sight and type in Mom's code, 111360. The reason Emma remembered it so well was because she knew where it came from. One time she and Mom had been talking about numbers. Mom had said that they were symbolic. 3 ones in a row, she said, always reminded her of Chess, Emma, and Finn, not just the number 111. The 3 of you add up to a way bigger number, she said. Like 360? Emma had answered. That's 2 squared times 3 squared times 10. And there are 360 degrees in a circle, and the line that makes a circle goes on and on and on without any end. Emma had been in kindergarten or first grade then, and Mom had laughed. Oh, Emma, she said, what are all you going to do in this world, my little mathematician? The way she said it had made Emma feel proud and a little possessive. Later, when she noticed that Mom had started using 111360 as her cell phone passcode, Emma wanted to keep that information to herself. She was a middle child stuck between adorable Finn and the responsible Chess. Sometimes she just needed something to be all hers. The keypad vanished from the screen, revealing the menu page. Emma held the phone out so Natalie could see the screen. Natalie squinted at the text symbol at the top. Your mom uses an encrypted texting service? Natalie said. That's interesting. What did you say she does? We didn't tell you, Emma said. But she's a graphic designer, Chess added, just as Finn said. She makes websites. Emma tried to decide if she should glare at her 2 brothers, but she was too busy watching Natalie's fingers fly across the screen. Huh, Natalie said. She bent closer and started to lift the phone higher. Emma pulled it back down. You don't see anything we don't see, Emma reminded her. Are you sure you want to? Oh, Natalie jerked back, knocking the phone to the side. Chess's hand shot out, steadying it again. Mom sent another text, he said, or lots of them? Now it was Chess lifting the phone higher. Emma had to stand on tiptoes to see the screen, which was suddenly full of one green bubble of words after another. Emma read only, Tell the kids I can't believe this. My schedule today is just as crazy today as yesterday, but before Natalie was scrolling farther down through bubble after bubble after bubble. Technically, she hasn't sent these yet, Natalie said. She sounded apologetic again. It's like she's got some auto service set up, so that these are going to go out at certain times. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, then... Emma caught only bits and pieces of the text. So sorry. Believe me, this is not what I want. Don't want to interrupt at school. Wish so much I could be home. Really do wish I could call. Then the words on the screen stopped moving. Natalie slapped her hand over the last bubble of text. Emma could see only the date above that bubble. It was for Tuesday, May 12th. Exactly 1 week away. Let us see, Finn said. Natalie started shaking her head, her long hair whipping out like little snakes. No, she said, and now her voice turned pleading. You don't want to read this. Maybe you'll never have to. It's actually to my mom. It's just that kind of thing that... Emma, Chess, and Finn together ripped the phone out of Natalie's grasp. Then Emma saw the last words on the screen. Please tell the kids this was the last thing I wanted to happen. But I have to stay away for good to protect them. That's the only way to keep them safe. Tell them you'll always have each other, but also tell them never to look for me. I'm mailing you a letter to give to them today. It will explain everything when they're ready. Okay, chapter 15. Oh my gosh, this is getting intense. Chess. Mom would never do that to us, Chess said. Unless she had to, Emma said. Mom always said she would do anything to protect us. Chess hated how Emma could be so brutally logical, even at a time like this, even if she sounded like she was about to cry. Chess put his arm around Emma's shoulder, so now all 3 Greystone kids were linked. Chess holding on to Emma, Emma holding on to Finn. But it's not the same without Mom, Chess thought. How could she possibly be gone for good? How could anybody not cry if that was true? Chess felt too frozen to do anything, but Finn sniffed. He whirled around and buried his face in the hollow between Chess's shirt and Emma's sleeve. He was crying. Natalie reached out like she wanted to pat Finn on the back, but Emma glared and clutched Finn closer. It was possible that Chess's face had shaped itself into a glare too. He seemed to have lost control of his expression. Natalie drew her hand back. Parents are so awful, she snarled. I hate my mom too, and my dad, but even they never... Our mom isn't awful, Finn mumbled into Chess's shirt and Emma's sleeve. She loves us. Finn's right, Emma said fiercely. Mom probably needs our help. We need to see that letter. Not next week. Now. We can't get it out of the mail, Chess said. We didn't even know where and when she's putting it in the mail, but if she typed it on the computer... Natalie raised an eyebrow at Chess, like he was supposed to understand something the younger kids wouldn't. Maybe she was trying to say, what if you really don't want to see that letter? What if it's too awful to read? Chess shook his head at Natalie. If he hadn't minded Finn and Emma overhearing, he would have said it out loud. My father died when I was 4. You think I'm scared of a letter? No, he probably wouldn't actually say that, but he could think of it. Whether it was true or not. If she left her phone here, maybe she left one of her computers too, Emma said. The one she doesn't use for work, and maybe the letter's on that. Or we can use the computer to get to the cloud, where she might have saved it. I'm gonna go find it, Finn announced. Chess knew without looking that Finn would have his lips stuck out and his face set, a vision of obstinacy. And then Chess did glance down at his brother, thinking it would help his own resolve. Finn had tear tracks down his cheeks, along with a bubble of snot threatening to balloon out of one of his nostrils. His whole face trembled. Finn looked like he wanted to act stubborn, but he got forgotten, stuck on forlorn. Finn, why don't you look around here? Chess suggested. I'll check on the first floor. Emma can try the basement. She needs to go back down there to throw away the kitty litter she scooped anyway. It felt good to be making plans, taking charge. Even though his voice shook, Emma shot him a glance that Chess knew meant, why did you have to be so bossy? Still, Emma started down the stairs and Chess quickly followed her. Because if he hadn't, he would have to meet Natalie's gaze again. She might have even asked the question Chess was trying very hard not to think about. Chess hoped it never occurred to Finn or Emma. Natalie's mom had agreed to take care of the Greystone kids for a night or 2. Maybe 3. But if Mom wasn't coming back, or even if she only got delayed, what would happen to the Greystone kids then? Where would they go? Who would take care of them? This is crazy, Chess told himself. A misunderstanding, a mistake. Of course Mom's coming back. That will happen regardless. Whether we find her spare computer or not, whether we do anything or not. Still, as soon as he got down to the living room, Chess began looking under pillows, pulling out drawers, because there had to be something he could do. He had to prove that none of this was true. Y'all, this book is getting good. Ooh, I can't wait until tomorrow.